Alright, here we go, everybody. Ready to start my new YouTube crime, true crime, twisted things, whatever you want to talk about that's in the news or whatever. Because I love to watch true crime, and sometimes when I'm watching it, and I will put down in the comment sector underneath the video for the video info the 4 videos I watched prior to this, because I was watching one of my favorite new crime people and I'd seen this case before and it just intrigued me, and I was like, okay, I want to watch somebody else say the same story as them and see what they say different. And there was some differences, and so then I went on to a 3rd video and then a 4th video and everything, and everybody had something to add or take away. And so it was good that I watched more than one video, because my favorite person left out one crucial part of the story. Can't believe they left something crucial out of the story. But out of all the stories, they're all being told in a very, very similar way, though. And I had this just new crazy idea of what could have happened in the case. And so that's what I kind of want to do with my channel, is I'm not going to go on and tell the same stories that everybody's telling. Tell it in my way, different way, whatever. I want to just live chat and add a new spin onto it and see if you see that, and we could just kind of live chat about the new spin I see. A new spin I have to add. I don't know how many of you guys are familiar with this case. It's about a girl who her family had to immigrate into the country because they were going to get killed where they were. I think they lived in Michigan or something. I don't know. I can't remember. I need to look all this up. It's been a few days since I watched the videos. I know she ended up in Arizona, married. Then she met the guy that this case is all about. Oh man, I need to brush up on it. I should have watched a video real quick before. Brushed up on everybody's names, because I'm forgetting everybody's names. I know the little boy's name is Max. Shacknai. Max Shacknai. And then the dad's name is, I want to say Robert or something. Yeah, I forgot the uncle's name, everything. Yes, the Coronado Mansion. It's in San Diego, Coronado. Yeah, Adam's the uncle, the brother. That's Adam. I know Dina is the mom of Max. And we'll go over each little bit of the case too, if you guys want. We'll go over each little bit of the case. But the part I kind of wanted to look into first, that I have a new spin on, maybe we should look up chandeliers. Look up a little information on chandeliers, because I find chandeliers very interesting. Because they hold a lot of weight. They got special bolts up in the ceiling to hold those weights. Not just typical bolts, not just small bolts, but really big, fat bolts, multiple ones built to hold a certain amount of weight. A little bit of weight added to it is not going to make it fall. I wonder what it takes to make a chandelier fall. I wonder if anybody's done a test on what it takes to make a chandelier fall. There is, some people say he fell from the second floor. Some people say he fell from the third floor. The most popular story is that he fell from the second floor, not the third. There was one case that said he fell from the third. Where's that photo? There's some photos of him falling on, they did some crime scene mock-ups of him falling onto the chandelier. But I don't see them. I thought I'd be able to find them very quickly. Okay, here, maybe this will cover. Okay, so this is the third floor. This is what I find suspicious. So, okay, hold on. Whoops. See if we can get that picture bigger. Because this is the third floor. So if you fell, or is that the third floor? Yeah, because there's no more stairs going up. That's the third floor. It's pretty high up if you fell from a second floor to even catch it. Even from the third floor, because it's still above the railing. And they're saying that he fell around the groove of the railing, not the top here. Groove. I wish I'd show a picture of the ceiling after the chandelier fell. I want to see what the ceiling looks like. Like, did the ceiling break? Did the sheetrock break? Like, how did this happen? Let's see, trying to think. Okay, here we go. This is kind of a little bit better of a photo. Kind of. Well, they got a different chandelier up now. That must be the house as it looks now. It's got a different chandelier up. Because it had this chandelier. See, that's a different chandelier. They're saying he fell right there. Or maybe there's only 2 floors. Is there only 2 floors? No 3rd floor? Right here. Hit the chandelier, flew over the chandelier, hit this railing, and then down. I wonder why I can't find that detailed photo of the fall. There's like a very detailed photo of the fall. But I don't think if you're falling over a banister, especially if you're a short kid, there's no way your arms are gonna reach out and grab the chandelier. And you're gonna end up on top of the chandelier, flipping over it, and then end up on the ground. Like, you're not gonna do some cartwheel over a chandelier. Let's see, is this a better picture? Yeah. Cause see, it's a little bit higher than the banister. Well, I think happened. This is my weird thought. I'm gonna add it into the case. This is where I come in with my strange thought. So you have Rebecca and her sister, who's like 13, and Max, who's like 6. So even though there's like there's a double age gap there. I mean, kids are kids. They still fight. They still whatever. Because I find it strange. Yes and no. That they're saying that no one witnessed this. Rebecca's in the bathroom. They never say where the sister was. They just say she wasn't there. And they both heard the crash. They were close enough to hear the crash. Come running in. Found the scene that they found. Called 911. It. And so Dina said that her son was not a daredevil, so she can't imagine him trying to scooter on top of the railing and fall down that way. I mean, that's the only other thing that could make sense, how he would fall on the chandelier that way. As if he successfully stood up on the banister with the scooter, but the way the banister is at an angle, and if you've ever tried to set up a scooter that way, it's just ain't happening. What I think happened is maybe the sister and Max were fighting about the scooter. Maybe he was upstairs scootering on carpet. Like, why would you scooter on carpet? Go outside and scooter. Go downstairs and scooter on the wood floor or something. In these pictures, it's wood floor, but that's because it's been redone. But they said they had kind of a shag carpet upstairs, which would make scootering very hard. Yeah, see, you can see well, that's a carpet runner. This house that's not the right chandelier either. That's a different one. But there's carpet upstairs. What I think is somehow the scooter got thrown over the banister and landed inside the chandelier. I think Max tried to reach over the banister and grab it and pull it, or maybe even jump for it and pull it. That would not be very smart. But I wonder if, like, somehow the scooter got thrown over the banister. Now, see, that would land in the chandelier. if you kind of threw it up and over the banister, the little bars would come down and get caught in the chandelier. So then if you tried to pull the scooter out of the chandelier, well, it wouldn't come easy because the two bars are going to be caught up in the prongs, in the rungs. And if he's pulling on that scooter really hard trying to get out of the chandelier, maybe the sister went downstairs to get Rebecca out of the bathroom and tell her that the scooter was stuck in the chandelier, left Max upstairs by himself. He decided that he could get it by himself, and he ended up maybe even dangling from the chandelier. And that kind of weight might pull it down. That kind of struggle, that kind of tugging, that kind of weight might pull it down. So I'm thinking that maybe he had this like big long struggle in the chandelier, and then everything just came crashing down and he fell. Because what? I didn't even think about that till I started this video about what kind of weight to make a chandelier fall. Let's see. Like, how would you Google that? Like, let's see. How much weight to make a chandelier fall? How to make sure your chandelier is safe. And yeah, so I don't know. I just keep thinking about that. That I don't think he was trying to ride the rails and fell over. And there is a crime scene photo of everything crashed on the ground too. But I think is an odd addition to think about is that, oh, here's that picture that I was looking for. So yeah, so there's the second floor, first floor, third floor. See, if he came from the third floor, he would have come down on top of the chandelier, bounced off it, hit his back on the railing, boom, hit his face on the floor. Chandelier comes down with it. See, it's too even with the second floor. It's too even. with the second floor for him to fall on top. But the question is, was he on the second or third floor? What if he threw his own scooter down from the third floor, got caught in the chandelier, and he tried to lean over and get it? Because I think the scooter got caught up in the chandelier. I think there was a lot of tugging and pulling to get that chandelier to fall. Let's see. Yeah. I wish I could be full screen this. Maybe open image and zoom in. Full screen it bigger. Oh gosh. So I'm wondering if maybe the sister did a little bit of tugging and pulling and trying to get it, and that's, that puts some weight. And then maybe she ran to go get her sister and be like, oh crap. Because the interesting part is at the end of the 911 call, I think the sister instinctively called 911 immediately out of instinct. It's just instinct, just we have cell phones nowadays, they're always on us. You just pick it up and you just dial. You don't have to go run and find the home phone and say, should I call, should I not call, what should I do? You just run and go do it. Or you just pull the phone out of your pocket and you just dial. And at the very end of the call, just before the sister hangs up, you can hear Rebecca saying, don't open that door. And that was 911 there. So why would you not open the door to 911 if, well, you called them. You need them there. You need them to help you. Why? So why now are you saying, hey, don't open that door yet? I think she was like, 2 seconds, get our story straight. Neither of us were in the room. Neither of us, we both heard the crash. We both came in. I don't know. Because if you don't know what happened, then your story can't change. And there's nothing to tell. You just don't know. You know the aftermath. That's all you know. You know what everybody else knows. You came into the room. So a good defense is I don't know, in a way. And then the very next day, she sent her sister home. She flew her sister home. She got her sister the hay out of there. She's like, no, you're gone. Get out of here. Go. It's like, I don't want you getting in trouble. I don't want you talking. Because Rebecca could keep her mouth shut, but young people can't. And so I think she just got her sister out of there as fast as she could, got her back home, and was like, all right, go home. Don't say anything. Don't talk about it. Go home. Be a regular kid. And she just got her sister away from everybody, and she got her sister out of there. And anyways, like, her sister wasn't part of the family anyways, so people weren't really wanting to talk to her or anything, because you never hear anything about the sister except for that she was there that day. There's no side to her story. There's no nothing. You just know that she had to go take her sister to the airport and pick up her brother-in-law. Or not her brother-in-law, because she wasn't married to him, but her boyfriend's brother. And that's all you hear about the sister. Because she got her sister out of there very, very quickly. I I don't think she would have died if she hadn't got her sister out of there. I think if they truly didn't know what happened, she should have kept her sister there as company for her, and that, I don't think she would have died. I think getting rid of her sister, making her home alone with Adam, is what got her killed. I shouldn't say that word killed. Got her eliminated. Got her eliminated is what got her eliminated. Yeah, YouTube doesn't like certain words. I'm learning this. And I got to keep them in mind if I'm going to start streaming again on YouTube, because I get banned one more time, things are going bad. I can't get banned one more time on YouTube. So I should probably name my sources. This picture's from mediaassets.10news.com. This picture is mediaassets.10news.com. I googled it to get here, to get to it. But I do find it very interesting how quickly she got her sister out of there so her sister couldn't talk. Now, the next interesting part of the case, was it self-elimination? Or was it just pure straight elimination? It's interesting that the brother flew all the way in immediately. Because the boyfriend was at the hospital, so that's perfect alibi. And the boyfriend didn't come rushing home when he heard what happened too. That's the other odd part. Is they were together for a couple of years. And the brother calls him at the hospital and tells him what's going on, and he doesn't leave the hospital. There is no talk of his reaction to it at all, to the death of his 2-year girlfriend. I think he sees her as guilty of killing, or eliminating the son, the son's accident. I think he sees her as guilty for the son's accident, and I think he didn't care after that. I mean, apparently he thinks he's plenty of hot stuff. He probably just got a girlfriend like the next day because he's hot and rich. So probably had someone very quickly after that. They don't also talk much about the aftermath of what happened either, like why they sold the mansion and what happened with them afterwards, besides getting sued. But I don't think it was self-elimination. I think she didn't. I think she should have got on the plane with her sister, really, honestly. She should have got out of there. She should have said, I'll let this be a family affair. I'm going to escort my sister back home. And she should have got out of there. She knew she was in a world of hurt, that these people were going to blame her. And And she stayed and braved it, surprisingly. She didn't go to the hospital once. If I was her, I would have been at the hospital. I would have been at the hospital. If I was the girlfriend, I would have been at the hospital. Unless they were adamant about me not being there. If it was a true accident and nobody could have prevented it, they're pretty mean people to not see it that way. I mean, accidents happen. Children play, childish things happen. I know I've had my sister cause one of my sons to fall down the stairs. And he had to go to the hospital because he was only 10 months old when he fell down a spiral staircase. But you'll have to tell me your thoughts in the comments if you guys studied this case, if you guys looked into it. I'll give you the 4 videos that I watched of this case and see if you see maybe my additions to what possibly happened, because there not a lot is said actually about what happened, because both the only 2 eyewitnesses, technically, kind of the only other 2 people in the house, stories are I don't know. I wasn't in the room. I heard the crash. I came running in. They were both on separate sides of the house. I'm wondering if Rebecca really was in the bathroom, really did go to the bathroom and left Max with the sister for a minute. And that scooter, maybe they were fighting over it and it got thrown, tossed into the chandelier, and got stuck in the chandelier, and they were trying to pull it out and see what they could do to get it unhooked. And that's what, tugged and put some of the weight on the chandelier to cause it to break. Because I don't think just falling on a chandelier will break it. I think there had to be some tugging and pulling and putting some stress on the ceiling or the joints or something, or I don't see it just falling. What do you think? How many pounds does it take to get a chandelier to fall? How many pounds of pressure? I'm trying to Google that. What does it take to get a chandelier to fall? I don't think it's as simple, just you fall over, you hit it, boom, and it falls. I forgot. I was like, maybe I can give you guys a heads up to the next case I want to talk about, and you guys can watch videos on it. Come in and be ready to live chat about the next video. Yesterday I got an idea to do Lizzie Borden next because, I've for years had a lot of thoughts on her case. And so maybe I should do her next. And you guys can polish up on that next. And see what you guys think. Innocent or guilty? What's your verdict on that one? I'll reserve telling you my verdict till next stream. What I've always thought about that case too, because I have a different opinion on that case too. There's a lot of conspiracies surrounding that case, and so we could go over them all. But yeah, tell me what you think of my theory about the fight over the scooter. Maybe the scooter landed in the chandelier. Maybe they fought over it, tried to grab it, tried to pull it out. But as you know, scooters have those bars, and when they get strung up and stuff, there's you got twist, turn. You can get it more caught up in the chandelier, and it wouldn't be hard if she ran downstairs to go get Rebecca. If he kept pulling on the scooter, to reach up and pull harder, and then the scooter pulls him right over the banister, and he swings, and when he swings back, he falls, hits his back on the banister, and then falls forward, and that's what pulls the chandelier down, is the tugging, the pulling, then the swinging on it, and the sudden jerk when he falls off, and then the chandelier comes off, and then boom. I think that's kind of what happened. I think the scooter got tangled up inside of it. I don't think he was doing tricks. I think that's why the sister got sent home so fast. It was like, just say you don't know, just say you weren't in the room, don't say anything, and I will get you a plane ticket home tomorrow. You're going home tomorrow. I'm not going to keep you in this situation. She protected her sister thoroughly, which was a good idea, because who knows if they would have both ended up eliminated, or neither of them if she had stayed. So you'll have to let me know what you think of the chandelier theory. Let me know down in the comments if you've had any other theories about this case, something different than what's being reported. And look up, I guess we'll do Lizzie Borden next. So kind of look up her case a little more and get a little more familiar with her case, and get a little familiar with her case, and we'll talk about innocent versus guilt and see what you think. Alright, thanks for stopping by my stream and everything, and thanks for hanging out, and we'll talk to you guys later, and we'll talk more cases later. And also let me know what cases that you've had odd thoughts about and want me to look up and see what I see in the case. See if I see something different than everybody else is seeing. And I'll look into the case and see if I see something different than everybody else. And maybe if I do, we can chat about that.